New Claude update is insane. Free. You are sleeping on the biggest free AI upgrade of 2026. Everyone else is still using the same tools from last year. You are losing time every single day. While you are figuring it out, other people are already using it. And the crazy part, it costs you nothing. This is the Claude update that changes everything. And I am going to break it all down for you right now. Hey, I am Hannah, and I teach people how to actually use AI tools, not just talk about them. If you are new here, welcome. And if you have been here before, you know I only cover things that are genuinely worth your time. So let's get into it, because this update is one of those moments where if you understand what just happened, you are going to be way ahead of everyone else who missed it. On February 17th, 2026, Anthropic dropped Claude Saune 4.6. And here's the thing that most people scrolled past without realizing what it actually means. This is now the default model for every single Claude user. Free accounts, pro accounts, everyone. You do not need to do anything. If you go to Claude.ai right now, you already have it. But here is what makes this actually insane. Until very recently, if you wanted the best performance from Claude, you had to use a model called Opus. That was the flagship, the most powerful one, the one people paid for. Sonnet was always the middle option. Good, but not Opus level good. What Anthropic just did with Sonnet 4.6 is close that gap almost completely. On the benchmarks that matter for real work, Sonnet 4.6 is now within 1 to 2 percentage points of Opus 4.6. The model you get for free is now almost as good as what people were paying top dollar for just a few months ago. Real numbers, not vague promises. On SWE Bench Verified, which tests how well an AI can solve real coding problems from actual software projects, Sonnet 4.6 scores 79.6%, Opus 4.6 scores 80.8%, a gap of just 1.2%. On OS World Verified, which tests computer use, Sonnet 4.6 scores 72.5%, Opus 4.6 scores 72.7%, basically identical. For office and productivity tasks, Sonnet 4.6 actually beats Opus 4.6. It leads all models on a benchmark called GDP-Val-AA. And here's the stat that blew my mind. In head-to-head comparisons, 59% of users preferred Sonnet 4.6 over the previous version of Opus. Not the old Sonnet, the old Opus. The free model people are now getting is preferred over the premium model that existed before this release. So what does this mean practically? What can you actually do with this? The first big one is computer use. Claude can now use your computer in a way that is genuinely approaching human level on real tasks. Navigating a complex spreadsheet, filling out a multi-step web form, clicking through menus, moving between browser tabs to pull information together. Early users are reporting that for these kinds of tasks, the performance feels close to what a person would do. Tasks that used to take 20 or 30 minutes of clicking around, Claude can now handle autonomously. That is hours of your week back. The second is the context window. Sonnet 4.6 now has a 1 million token context window in beta. Think of it like this. You know how AI tools start forgetting earlier parts of a long conversation? Or how you cannot paste in a huge document and expect it to hold everything? That problem basically goes away. You can have extremely long conversations, feed in massive documents, and Claude holds all of it. There is also context compaction built into the free tier now, which automatically manages long conversations so you never hit a hard wall. The third is reasoning. On ARC-AGI-2, which tests novel problem-solving on tasks the model has never seen before, Sonnet 4.6 jumped from 13.6% to 58.3%. That is a 4.3 times improvement in a single generation. Claude is now significantly better at working through problems that require actual thinking, not just pattern matching. And fourth, free users now get file creation, connectors, skills, and compaction included. File creation means Claude can make documents and files for you directly. Connectors means it links to other tools and services. Skills means you can teach it repeatable workflows. These used to feel premium. Now they are in the free plan. Quick honest note, the free tier does have usage limits that kick in during busy periods. Earlier in the day tends to give you more room. For heavier daily use, Pro removes a lot of that friction. But for getting started and doing real work, the free tier is now more capable than it has ever been. When I first started figuring out which AI workflows were actually worth my time, I was overwhelmed. There is so much noise out there. That is when I found a community called AI Profit Boardroom. with over 2,000 members all focused on learning AI together and sharing what actually works. It taught me which workflows save time versus which ones waste it. The community shares real use cases and practical implementations. If you are serious about using AI to improve your work and skills, check it out. Link in description. Now, this release also came just 12 days after Anthropic shipped Claude Opus 4.6, two major model upgrades in 2 weeks. The pace here is worth paying attention to. Opus 4.6 is where things get interesting for power users. It has a feature called Agent Teams, where multiple Claude instances coordinate with each other to complete long-running tasks. There was a demonstration where 16 Opus 4.6 agents worked together to write a C compiler in Rust from scratch, capable of compiling the Linux kernel. Researchers also measured Opus 4.6 as having the longest task completion time horizon of any AI model, with a 50% time horizon of 14.5 hours. For complex, long-running autonomous tasks, it is in a league of its own. But for most people watching this, Sonnet 4.6 on the free tier is going to cover the vast majority of what you need. Here are 5 practical things to try right now. 1. Upload a long document and have Claude analyze it. A contract, a research report, a business plan. With the expanded context window, it can hold the whole thing and go deep. 2. Try the computer use feature. Give it a multi-step task that involves navigating something on screen. The improvement over older versions is real and noticeable. 3. Test it on something that requires working through multiple steps of logic. The jump in reasoning ability is significant. 4. Set up a skill. Teach Claude a repeatable workflow specific to how you work. Brand guidelines, document templates, standard processes. Once it is set up, you do not have to re-explain your context every single time. 5. Connect it to your tools. Claude now integrates with Notion, Canva, Figma, and Atlassian through connectors. Instead of switching back and forth between apps, Claude can reach into those tools directly. The big picture here is simple. The gap between paid AI tools and free AI tools just got a lot smaller. What Anthropic shipped is a free-tier model that competes with what was considered premium just months ago. And this is only going to keep moving forward. If you are not using Claude yet, go to claude.ai, create a free account, and Sonnet 4.6 is already your default. No settings to change, no upgrade required. If you are looking to dive deeper into AI tools and actually implement them in your work, I recommend AI Profit Boardroom. Over 2,000 people learning how to use AI effectively. Everyone shares real experiences. What is working, what is not, which tools are worth your time, which ones to skip. No hype. Just solid practical guidance from people doing the work. It has helped me stay on top of updates and figure out how to actually apply them. Link in description if you want to check it out. And if you want the full process, SOPs, and over 100 AI use cases like what we covered today, join the AI Success Lab. You will get all the video notes from there, plus access to our community of 58,000 members who are crushing it with AI. Links in the comments and description. If this was useful, hit like. It helps more people find this. Subscribe if you want to stay on top of AI updates that actually matter. See you in the next one.